Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I am your host here, YouTube. Sign off and imitate, never duplicate us. Suicide Tim Vicious, and we're gonna go to Raw this week. Was in St. Louis, Missouri, and it was a decent show, but man, the crowd was just kind of bleh. To me personally, just yeah. But well, before we get into the SmackDown Rewind, two big highlights need to address. They announced two new additions coming to the WWE Hall of Fame. One being the Great Muta, who really fucking deserves. And I don't know if this could be, well, I suppose technically an argument could be made that he could be considered a two-time Hall of Famer since the NWO went in. And now he's going in, so, and he was part of NWO Japan. Either way. Also, they officially announced Andy Kaufman is going into the celebrity wing in the Hall of Fame, which, honestly, yeah, very much so well deserved. Because, listen, say everything you want about Jerry Lawler, because trust me, I've said all the same shit about him too. The feud between Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman helped put wrestling on a more national television level. You know? I mean, I remember being like 6 or 8 years old watching those old tapes of Kaufman and Lawler on David Letterman. You know, so yeah, that kind of shit really does last. So now that we're done going over that, now let's get into the SmackDown Rewind. The big highlights, the show started out with Cody Rhodes coming out looking for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens because he wanted to play peacemaker, make them both shake hands, kiss and make up and get back to being buddies again. Sami is all for it. Kevin's just looking like, no, I'm not doing this. Fuck it, I'm out. And then literally just walks. They later show him leaving the arena, putting his bag in his car. Sami confronting him. Whoa, listen, Kevin, listen. You and I, we've been doing this for forever. We've fought with each other. We've argued with each other. We've wrestled each other time and time again. But at the end of the day, we need to unite. We could take these guys out. You don't have to work with me as a friend. I get it. You don't want to be friends with me no more. But be a partner with me in this. And then Kevin just looking like, no. And then gets in his car and drives off. We'll get into the conclusion of that in a moment. Later, in a minute or two. Rhea Ripley and Dominik had a mixed tag match against Zelina Vega and Santos Escobar, given the hostilities from last week. And Rhea and Dom got the win, obviously. Afterwards, Dom called out Rhea again. Hefe, come on out. I just want to talk to you. Rhea then comes out. Dom proceeds to go talk about on how you were never there for me, how many times I needed you at a football game or school dances or something or another. You were out here doing this and all that jazz. Rhea then, whoa, listen, I wanted to be there. I really did. But I was working so that way I could provide for you, your sister, your mother. That way I could give you guys everything I never had. Nice home, good clothes, Gucci, Versace, all that, blah, 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 blah. And to see on how you're acting now, that makes me sick to my stomach. You want me to have a match with you at WrestleMania? That would just disappoint me as a father. So your answer is no. And then walks off. Dom then, yeah, just keep on doing like you always do. Walk off on me. And Rhea just like, I'm really digging this story with them. You know, this is really good storytelling right here. I absolutely love it. Now, they announced that they're going to do a women's fatal 4-way tag match at WrestleMania. So they had a qualifying tag match for tonight. It was It was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez going against Tegan Nox and Emma. And, well, Liv and Raquel got the win. Surprise, surprise. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley later on during the show wound up having words with each other, building up for the match at WrestleMania. And then, holy shit, did it turn into a big skirmish with these two, where it went all around. It went in the ring, out the ring, all around ringside, and then into the crowds, and then they pull apart. It was just like, holy shit nuts. I mean, it's, when wrestling is good, it is fucking good, and good God, this was fucking good. Just wow. Xavier Woods had a match against LA Knight, and I'm really liking on how they're building up LA Knight with this whole, you can't have a WrestleMania in LA without LA Knight. Yeah! Dummy! Yeah! Let me talk to you. Woods obviously got the win doing the Underwoods, which I think that's the only roll-up I'm actually okay with. But then we got the Intercontinental #1 contenders match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, and this did not disappoint one bit. Again, pissed off angry Scotsman, pissed off angry Irishman. Whoa, what do? Let's put them in the ring. God damn, pal, that's such good shit. Yeah, these two just went straight up animal on each other, and I fucking loved it. It ended in a no contest because they were both knocked down. Ref was doing a count, started to get to 8, 9. Gunther and Imperium were ringside watching the whole time. Gunther eventually gets in the ring, moves the ref to the side, starts yelling at them both. Come on, get up! Get up! Don't either of you want this? Don't either of you want a shot at this championship? Blah, blah, blah. And then as they start to get up, next thing you know, that's when then all of Imperium proceeds to start doing an attack on both Drew and Sheamus. So their match is then called off. They walk off. Next thing you know, we see Adam Pearce up on the Tron saying, Gunther, because of your interference, we're now going to make WrestleMania, your Intercontinental match at WrestleMania, a triple threat with you versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. So we're having Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. So we're getting meat slapping, meat kind of action, and man, I hope people are ready for that kind of a banger. So now the closing highlight to SmackDown was Jey Uso coming out to confront Sami Zayn. And Sami coming out, yeah, let's talk about this, huh, buddy? Huh, Us? My dog? Listen, I gave you guys everything. I gave you everything. And in return, look what happened. I treated you guys like family. You guys spit me out. Jay, you were family? You were never family. Listen, I was always the first one to be skeptical about you. And then I gave you a chance. And then when you had one job to do, you didn't pull the trigger, and that's why and the tribal chief did not approve of it. So you're gone. That's it. And then next thing you know, they start going a little bit back and forth with each other about loyalty. Eventually Roman's going to be done with you. And then blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Next thing you know, then Jimmy comes out. They proceed to start doing a 2-on-1. Kevin Owens' music then hits. They're facing the entranceway like, all right, come on. Owens then just slides into the ring, unzips his hoodie, takes it off like, all right, time to go and whoop some ass. And then starts throwing some rounds. Then him and Sammy clear the ring, and then they look at each other. And then they embrace. Kevin and Sammy are friends again. It's so lovely to see, yes! Which then leads us into this week's show at Raw St. Louis. It starts out with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming out together again. And Kevin won the mic. I think they like you. With the crowd cheering Sammy, Sammy, Sammy. And then after he says that, then the crowd starts chanting KO, KO, KO. And he's like, okay, I see on how this is. I think you guys are just doing that because I said that you guys like him. But then Sammy then says, I know we said we needed to work together for a while. And I think the big problem was I was trying to approach you as a business partner. And that's not on how we work. We're friends. I should have approached you as a friend. Next thing you know, then the Usos come out. And they say, oh, you guys think you're, just because you're together, that you're going to take care of us? Oh, no. No. We're here. We run this. So you guys ain't getting rid of us. And then Sammy and KO propose, well, there's only one way we could settle this. Looking over at the WrestleMania sign. Alright, you want a match at Mania? You got it. So then it's made official. Kevin and Sammy going against the Usos at WrestleMania for the Undisputed Tag Titles. Yeah, we know. And it's just, wow. We're waiting on that now. So, now we get into first match of the night. Austin Theory versus Montez Ford. Really good, solid feeling out at the start of the match. Ford was really pretty much leading into the break and then leading the pace pretty much for a majority of the match. And I really liked that because, well, listen, we all know it's WrestleMania season. You got to build your champion up towards his upcoming match against John Cena. But it was good getting to see Ford get to dictate the pace for the match. I'm taking a long way around to say that I just thought it was nice to see that they let Ford do it. Anyways, Theory got the win by nailing a dropkick out of nowhere, then doing an A-Town, getting a 1-2-3. Next up, we got Omos doing a squash match against Mustafa Ali, and probably the meanest, sickest part of this was WWE's Twitter wound up putting the video up saying, full match, Omos versus Mustafa Ali, and I'm just like, that's a sick fucking burn. Ooh, damn. So now we come to next match, Dominik going against Johnny Gargano. Dominik has Damian on his quarter. Johnny has Dexter on his. Now, Johnny, he had his ribs taped up because on NXT he got into a fight with Grayson Waller, and he's got a match coming up with Grayson Waller at Stand and Deliver for those who may not be watching NXT. And yeah, so Johnny, he was leading at the start of the match, had some really good back and forth going. I really was liking on how that was going. And honestly, this is probably my favorite singles match I've seen Dominik do so far. And I think this more so just because Johnny's the perfect kind of guy for Dominik to go against. You know? Like, you see, some guys can work with anyone, but some can just put out fucking all-star, 20-star in the Tokyo Dome because they did 6 million octuple flips. Kind of good. But it was a decent match. I really dug it. Match came to an end. Dominik got the win. Johnny was trying to do a superplex off the top. Dominik threw him down. Johnny was laying on his back. Dom then did a frog splash onto Johnny's back. And then the commentator sold it as when he did that, all that pressure from doing the splash right on him, on his back, went onto the ribs. So, yeah. After the match, Dom got the mic saying, Hefe, Dad, listen, I'm going to talk to you. You're going to give me my match at WrestleMania. And if you're not going to listen to me, well, this coming Friday at SmackDown, the whole family's going to be there. Yeah, the whole family that won't talk to me, blocked me, kick me out of the group chat, all that. I know Mom will. Which, after hearing that, all I could think is Dominik just going up to his mom. Mom, Dad won't give me a match against him. And Angie just looking, Ray, give him a match. Honestly, that's all that came off like when he said, I'm sure I'm gonna ask Mom. Like, that's all I thought. Like, really? Because Dad said no, you're just gonna go and do, Mom! Like, what the fuck? Anyways, we have an impromptu match. Rhea Ripley going against Bayley. And this came to be because Rhea came out to hype up on how she's on a whole new level compared to when she first fought Charlotte before. And then Bayley came out saying, listen, you say you run this division. Huh. Well, we think otherwise. And listen, Rhea, really proud of you for winning the Rumble. Really looking forward to your match with Charlotte, but if you wanted pointers on how to beat Charlotte, you should have asked me because I beat Charlotte. And then they start running their mouths some more, blah, 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 and then saying, well, if you're going to keep on talking like that, we're going to kick your ass. And Rhea saying, listen, any of you want to step into the ring, you're more than welcome to get your ass kicked. Bayley then looks, well, considering I'm the only one in gear, ding dong, hello, it's going to be me. Then we see Adam Pearce in the back going and flagging over a ref. I want you to go down there and make this match. This match is going to be made official. Go out there now. So then we get this match. Rhea was just pretty much ripping into Bayley at the start of the match. Phrasing. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Had to get that little joke in. Damn near going to be 38 and still have the maturity level of a 14-year-old. Some things never change. Anyways, back to the match, and really nice back and forth action. And at one point, Becky, Lita, and Trish came out. Becky had a big old bag of popcorn with her while doing it like, oh yeah, I'm here to watch the show. Then it was at that moment, at that one precise moment, we had Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch all out there at the same time. It's a miracle I survived. My heart damn near gave out on that at that exact moment when once the brain processed that, like, wait, that's real. Yeah, just ooh, doggy. Yeah. Rhea got the win because at one point then Trish, Lita, and Becky, they came over, went to go they took out Io and Dakota, and then Becky chased Bayley around for a minute. Bayley then crawled back into the ring, was screaming and yelling at Becky, turned around, next thing you know, wham! Rhea headbutts her and then hits her with a riptide, 1, 2, 3. Next up, we got Ricochet going against Chad Gable, who they announced they're doing a Fatal 4-Way men's tag match at WrestleMania as well. It's going to be the Raiders, Braun and Ricochet, Otis and Gable, and I believe the Prophets. Not 100% certain. I just read the announcement a little bit ago, but a little bit right prior to this match. But the main story in this match was Gable was looking for Otis in the back, and Otis doing his modeling I'm sexy and I know it kind of look, getting a pedicure on his hand, having his hands getting a pedicure for his hands, saying, listen, Otis, I need my number one guy out there. I need you, buddy. And then Maxine coming over, Otis, I just made an appointment with such and such. He's a number one photographer for hand models. You Your hands look perfect. Let's go get you. And then, whoa. We got to do this. And then Otis basically being caught in the middle, being pulled, trying to get pulled either way. And then Otis looking, let's go, Chief. And then they go out. And then the whole time during the match, you'd see Otis doing, looking at his hands like, not bad. Yes, looks nice. Otis is a hell of a character. Not only that, man, you look at the dude's track record since he's been on the main roster. I'm not even talking the time in NXT, just on the main roster. Otis is a hell of a ladies' man because he wound up hooking up with Mandy Rose, and now he's got Maxine Dupree's attention. So he's not even out there chasing that type, but he somehow gets the athletic, blonde, supermodel type. They just magically draw to him. If anyone can figure out what that secret is, by all means, I'm open to hearing it. For reasons, of course. Back to the match, though. Ricochet, Gable. Really good this was a really good technical match. Really good technical feat. I just, wow. Yeah, wow is the best way to put it. Now, Strowman, he didn't do anything while he was ringside with Ricochet. He was just there for emotional support, cheering and yelling, which is a good thing because it wasn't not needed to go and do anything. But yeah, match came to an end at one point. Then once Gable was down, Otis started slamming the mat. Come on! Boom, 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 boom. Then you see Maxine come on down. Go and grab him, and then it's go like, oh, come on, your hands are filthy. Let's go take care of them. And you see Gable like, Otis, buddy, what's going on? And then next thing you know, goes to try and get back at Ricochet. Ricochet then starts to build up some momentum, takes him out, and then winds up going and doing, then winds up hitting him with the shooting star press, and then So now we come to the last match of the night. Main event match of the night. Bianca Belair and Asuka. Asuka. Going against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And this came to be because, well, Chelsea's original partner, Carmella, she could not work with Chelsea tonight because they did not have matching wardrobe. So Chelsea went to Adam Pearce again, going all Karen on him, saying that she was going to get the manager because her tag partner Carmella doesn't have matching attire, so they can't work tonight. So instead, she has a substitute, brings in Piper, who, oddly enough, does not have matching gear either. Okay. So yeah. Far as the match went, it was the big old can they coexist match. It was very much so that match. It was that can they coexist match. And yeah, they worked together begrudgingly, but they worked. Match came to an end when Bianca wound up doing the KOD on Piper Niven, 1, 2, 3. And then afterwards, excuse me, Asuka then came in, wham, did a beat up Bianca, hit her with a Shining Wizard, and then stood tall, doing her thing. So now we get to the closing segment of the show. It was Roman coming out and Cody having a face-to-face. And then Roman saying, listen, you are what our dads were. You are a pro wrestler. See, we're not doing that no more. We're not that. See? But you are not the problem. What you represent is the problem. Because you see, I'm out here, and Roman blowing smoke up his ass, being, talking about, Roman being Roman, blowing smoke up his ass, being the big guy. Cody then saying, you know what? Or also saying, your problem, you quit when you can't handle it. You didn't like being Stardust. You quit. You went You went, you started your own company. You couldn't get over there. Then you quit. Cody just looking like, alright, yeah, that's a pretty nice shot. Alright, Then you come back here. You ain't gonna win. So what's gonna happen? See, your big challenge isn't April 2nd. It's April 3rd. Which, not to toot my own horn, but birthday. Yeah. Then Cody then getting on the mic. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't like being Stardust. I quit. I didn't like what things were going for me, and I quit. But you know what? When I quit and I made that company, I set it up so that way guys can make way more money than they ever could. So, yeah. And then starts ripping in it. And then when Paul starts to say something, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Pointing to Roman. And you've been side-eyeing me all night, pointing to Solo. Which, side note, Roman tossed the Usos out of the building, made them go to the private jet for a feast, and then said he just wants Solo there with him. So, take from that what you will. And then, but Cody looking at Solo, listen, I've been in your position, second generation, running behind the champion. I'm going to tell you right now, everyone's going to tell you ready, you're not ready. But here's the thing, Roman. I am ready. I am here to do this. I'm going to beat, and basically doing the whole, I'm going to kick your ass, come WrestleMania promo. And then Roman just drops the mic, walks off. Solo just standing there, giving him a 1,000-yard death stare. And then Roman and Paul just looking like, what's he doing? I don't know. What's he doing? Solo! And then as he starts to leave, Cody, just like I thought, you aren't ready. Solo then turns back around, takes the towel off his head, calls to get ready to go do the Samoan Spike. Roman, no, go now. So yeah, and Cody, I paraphrased a lot of that, what they did, because I was trying to save on time constraint, but basically, one thing Cody said that's going to hit the nail on the head. When you lose on Sunday, Jay's going to leave you. And then when Jay leaves, Jimmy's going to leave. And then when Jimmy leaves, see him? He's going to go back to being an advocate. And then he went off about Solo. So, yeah. So, that is it for this week's show, folks. I thought Raw was decent enough. Like I said, the crowd was bleh though. So, please, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at TimVicious. And, folks, thank you to my executive producer, Ollie Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that good shit. Details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a lot of attractive women, and a little bit of nothing.
How could you do me like that?
Also, make sure you check out whatamaneuver.net for some vicious rants apparel. Help support the show. Perfect birthday gift for me is to buy one of my shirts so that way I can get some money. Also, folks, do not forget to follow some of these cool ass cats right on the Twitter. Kenny Gill, DSB_IV, Diabolica RA, Sergeant Curry, Vance and Dubs in your face. And folks, I gotta say, y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck yourself.